Historical events on December 6th. Hello history buffs and welcome back to our channel. Today, we're looking at a date that, across different centuries, has been marked by immense natural and man-made disasters. December 6th. It's a sobering reminder of nature's power and the fragility of our world. Let's journey back in time to explore three catastrophic events that all share this same date. Our first stop is in Switzerland. On December 6, 1786, imagine a peaceful village called Goldau, nestled at the foot of the Rossberg Mountain. For centuries, its residents lived in harmony with the stunning alpine landscape, but on this fateful day, that landscape turned against them. After a period of heavy rainfall, a massive section of the mountain slope, saturated and unstable, suddenly gave way. An immense wave of rock, mud, and debris, estimated at over 40 million cubic meters, thundered down the mountain. It was a force of unimaginable power, an avalanche of earth that completely buried the village of Goldau and parts of neighboring settlements in a matter of minutes. The scale of the devastation was immense. Homes, farms, and churches were obliterated. When the dust finally settled, around 500 people had lost their lives, making the Goldau landslide one of the deadliest in European history. The event was so shocking it was documented across Europe, a terrifying testament to how quickly a familiar landscape can become a deadly force. The scar on the mountain and the massive debris field, now overgrown, are still visible today, a permanent memorial to the lives lost. Now, let's fast forward nearly 2 centuries to December 6, 1957, and travel to the Caribbean island of Guadeloupe. Here, the threat didn't come from a collapsing mountain, but from a rumbling one. The volcano known as La Grande Soufriere, which translates to the Big Sulfur Outlet, is the highest point in the Lesser Antilles and an active stratovolcano. On this day, it began a series of powerful eruptions. The volcano violently spewed massive columns of hot ash, gas, and volcanic rock high into the atmosphere. These dense, dark clouds rained down on the surrounding areas, covering everything in a thick layer of ash and posing a severe threat to anyone in their path. The air became toxic, filled with sulfurous fumes, making it difficult to breathe. Fearing a much larger, catastrophic explosion, authorities had no choice but to order a mass evacuation. Thousands of residents living in the shadow of the volcano had to abandon their homes and flee to safer parts of the island. It was a tense and uncertain time as the people of Guadeloupe watched and waited, hoping the volcano would quiet down. While thankfully this event didn't result in the massive loss of life seen in Goldau, it was a stark and powerful display of volcanic fury and a huge disruption for the island's population. Our final event takes us to China on December 6, 1987. This story is a tragic combination of extreme weather and engineering failure. Super Typhoon Nina, one of the most intense typhoons ever recorded, was churning across the region. It brought with it record-breaking rainfall, unleashing a deluge that overwhelmed river systems. The immense pressure of the floodwaters was too much for the Banqiao Dam and several other smaller dams in Hunan province. In the dead of night, the dams failed catastrophically. A colossal wall of water, reportedly moving at nearly 50 kilometers per hour, surged downstream. It was a disaster of almost biblical proportions. Entire towns and villages in the path of the flood were wiped off the map in an instant. The initial dam failures caused tens of thousands of deaths, but the tragedy didn't end there. In the aftermath, the widespread destruction of infrastructure, crops, and clean water sources led to famine and disease, which claimed even more lives. The total death toll is estimated to be in the hundreds of thousands, making the Banqiao Dam disaster one of the deadliest hydrological disasters in human history. It serves as a grim lesson on the importance of building infrastructure that can withstand the worst that nature can throw at it. 3 different places, 3 different centuries, but all linked by the tragic events of December 6th, from a landslide in the Swiss Alps to a volcanic eruption in the Caribbean, and a catastrophic dam failure in China. This date reminds us of the constant and often unpredictable power of our planet. It's a somber reflection, but an important one. Thanks for joining me on this historical journey. If you found this interesting, please like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more deep dives into history. See you next time.